Hi, this is Dave Tang with New Legacy Homes, and I'm here at 907 State Ave in Indianapolis, Indiana. And today we're going to walk through one of our new homes that has a bunch of features, and I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about some of the thought and the planning that goes into providing a product in a home that fits what today's buyers are looking for. So here at 907 State, we have people sometimes ask us, well, why did you not put the house in the center of the lot? So you'll notice if you see pictures from the front of the street that the house actually looks like it's on one side of the lot. And the reason why we do that, it may look a little bit odd when you first pull up to the house, but the reality is you're going to spend most of your time in the house enjoying all the features of your home. And we feel like when we have something like an extra wide lot, the best thing that we can do is move the house a little bit to one side, and it maximizes the side yard, which really gives somebody then a lot of extra yard space for they can use for whatever they want to do. They can have a dog run, they can throw the ball with a kid or something like that. But the point is, it adds the flexibility once you've come through the front door and you're living in your home. So for example, it'll feature some kind of outdoor deck living right outside the back. So if you're entertaining, you have friends over, you just want to relax, it's super easy to get in and out of the house. This is like an extension of your family room. And then in the case of 907 State here, as you can see, if you just have this yard space right here, it's a little small. I mean, it can be, it's a little small between the garage and the actual house itself. So if you wanted to have a little extra yard space, it's hard to find that downtown. So what we did with this lot, having just a little extra width, we pushed the house to one side, and as you can see, we now have a usable lot and a usable yard that has all the space on this side and just a little bit on that side. So again, you have the extra space. It's flexible for how you want to use the space. And I think that's something that's really important to today's buyers, is when they buy a home today, their lives may change over the course of owning the home. And we want a home that isn't just the right house today, but it's the home that you can grow into. Another thing that we did here, for example, even though we have a two-car garage, because we have this extra space here in the alley, what we did do is we actually paved it with gravel. And now you have extra storage space, or you have extra parking space. So if you have guests that are coming and they're looking for some extra parking, then right here, you can tell them right here off the alleyway. If you're getting something delivered and they're gonna come down the alley, they're not blocking your neighbors, trying to pull out of their own garages. They can park right here, they can carry the stuff in. Again, something that we really try to do at New Legacy Homes is how do we take the space that we do have and maximize it for the benefit of our future homeowners. One final thing that is kind of a characteristic of our homes, especially our backyards, is many times we will have two different ways to get in and out. For example, here at 907 State, you'll see we have a large slider directly from the family room out to your nice deck. So you're really extending your living space on beautiful days like this, right here into your yard. It's easy to travel back and forth. On the other hand, on rainy days, snowy days, if you're coming back from your garage, you're coming through, we also have a second doorway that you can step into. And here, this is your mudroom. We have built-ins, you can hide your shoes, your boots, hang up your clothes. It's a separate space from the rest of the family room, so you avoid dragging in some of that mess when you first get home into your living space. There's a separate space for it, and then when you take off your shoes, hang up your jacket, dry off your umbrella a little bit, when you walk into your home, it's all ready for you. We do actually have a full-size bedroom den office right outside the front door. Right now, coming out of COVID, there's been so much talk about stay at home and people being able to do more work from home, even if they have to go into the office from time to time. And so we have a space that's right off the front door that can be totally used for something like that. If someone has a home business and they want to have clients come visit, but don't want to have to take them upstairs into a bedroom, they can go ahead and come usher someone right into the office here, and then the rest of the house can still remain a little bit off limits, right? Separation of work and space and living space. Another characteristic of I'll just call them our extra bedroom den offices spaces, we do several things. This particular home, we have it set up as a den. So we do have the double doors, makes it really easy to feel like it's very open to the rest of the house. The other thing that we do in our extra rooms here, we actually make them a full-size room. I mean, we've certainly been inside houses where it feels like someone crammed a small space somewhere in a corner because that's what they were supposed to do, because buyers want that extra space right now, whether they call it a Zoom room or whatever. But we really feel like it's important, if we're gonna have a space available here in one of our houses, that it can be used for a lot of different things. So as you can see, like this particular room, it's certainly set up right now as kind of an office, right, with a desk and then a reading chair, room for a bookcase. But we also make sure it's big enough that it could function as a bedroom, whether it's a permanent bedroom or a guest bedroom. For example, all of our downstairs rooms will have a full closet, which can be used as a bedroom. And also the room is always big enough that you really can fit a bed. Like you could fit a bed up against this wall, you could put a little nightstand over in that corner, certainly pull this desk out, put a dresser in, and it would still all fit in this room. So it's a space that can grow with any of our homeowners, whether they need it for an office, just a quiet reading area, a hobby room, or even a guest bedroom. And to kind of play within that theme of having a space that can be used for all sorts of reasons, on our first floors, we have a full bathroom. So as you can see here, I would say for most homeowners, this is going to be the guest bathroom, right? If you have guests over, they can go ahead and use the bathroom. No one has to run upstairs. But we do make it a full bath so that if you are using the room as a guest room or as a full-time bedroom, then anyone who's living in that room can come outside here, use the bathroom, and go back into the room. They don't have to run upstairs or run to a far part of the house just to shower or just to brush their teeth and get ready for bed. So those are some of the things that when you integrate it all together, now this front part of the house actually becomes a tremendously flexible space that can be used for a lot of different purposes. Another characteristic of our designs, we really like kind of open spaces where we can get them. So as you come in from the entry area, you can see it really opens up into a large kitchen, dining room, family room situation, so that, because that's the way that most modern buyers really want to live right now. The days of a set-off formal parlor or living room and then a set-off formal dining room, that gets used twice a year. That's just really not how most people live today. So we would rather provide large open spaces, and then our homeowners can decide how they want to break up the space. So typically for us, again, it's a wide open space. We like to incorporate large islands and peninsulas in our kitchens, so there's plenty of seating. Certainly for something a little more casual, it's a great spot for a quick breakfast, or again, a small gathering of something a little more casual. Very easy for someone, the host, who's maybe in the kitchen doing some things. Guests can be right here, close by. The host feels like they're still part of the conversation and during the entire time. And we also try to make sure that our spaces have enough depth so that you can have a table and a living area and have those comfortably spaced. Again, sometimes we find people will design spaces that look like this, but then they'll make them kind of an odd shape, or maybe just not quite big enough to really be used for 3 different purposes: for just seating, for dining, and for cooking and casual quick stuff. So we really try to make sure when we design our houses that we have adequate space in order to accomplish all of those functions. So it really becomes the room where our future homeowner is likely to spend their most time. All right, so we're gonna head upstairs right now. And oh, by the way, one of the things that actually is kind of a characteristic of our homes that a lot of our future homeowners have really liked is the way that we do our staircases. We do the horizontal railing, and it just has a nice it has a contemporary look, a very clean look, and we've actually received a lot of compliments from that because it's just a little different than what most builders will do. Here we are upstairs, and a couple of things even here in the hallway that we try to incorporate into our homes. Very subtle thing, when people come up the landing into a situation like this, a lot of times builders will cheat a little bit to try to get some space, and they'll make the landing here the same width as the hallway. And we almost always try to give a little extra room here so that when someone comes up the stairs, they don't feel like they're just running right into the wall. Also, just when they get to the top of the stairs, if you're kind of like looking left or right, just kind of figuring out where you're going, you don't feel like you're like right next to the stairs. Just a little subtle thing that some people will notice maybe the second or third time they visit the house. So the other thing we like to do in our homes is we do try to have a separate space for our washers and dryers. Sometimes we have a room, other times we'll have an extra deep closet so that doesn't just barely fit a washer and dryer, but leaves you room for some storage as well. In this size home, we always provide an extra good size laundry room. Oops. As you can see, plenty of space for a washer and a dryer and a sink inside as well. All right, and then in our master bedrooms, we always try to figure out how we can bring in as much light as possible. You know, after a long day of whatever it is, whether it's work, play, family time, or whatever, when it's time to go into your master retreat, it really should feel like a retreat, a place that you can retire from the cares of the world, and you kind of have your own just space. So characteristics that we really try to incorporate into all of our master suites as you come in. One is a sense of airiness. Whether we vault the ceiling or we raise the ceiling height, we try and make sure that when you're in your master suite, it really feels like you're kind of away from the rest of the world. Just a ceiling fan, if it's a little warm up here, you just want a little breeze. A characteristic of a lot of our homes, we have extra large windows up high to bring in a bunch of extra light, a lot of natural light out here. We'll have a large closet so that you can certainly store all sorts of things that you need to just feel at home. The other area in the master suite that we pay a lot of attention to is the bathroom. Again, along the themes of creating a space that really has that getaway feel, maybe like you're kind of in your own spa, little staycation type of feeling. We really try to make the master bathroom just feel a little bit special, something that you may not normally see. One of the things that we do, we have what's called, we call it our spa room, where the shower and the tub and stuff like that have plenty of space in order to really give you that extra special relaxing feel. Okay, so here we are in one of our master suites, and then we're here in the master bath. So characteristics that we really try to incorporate in our design, and sometimes we will spend hours and even days really trying to figure out how to fit everything into the space that we have. One thing is the double vanity. Certainly in this day and age, a lot of people, if they're going to be sharing the master suite, don't want to share the master bath. So we will always have two vanities, so that there's not to be sharing. You know, we try to really create, again, tall ceilings so you have a very open feel. And then where I'm standing right now is what we call our spa area. It's an area that is basically waterproof, so you can use it and come in and out. You know, we have a nice sized tub in a large open area. Some places that we've seen, maybe the tub feels like it's kind of crammed into a corner. You're supposed to have a tub, so we're going to put the tub somewhere. but we really try to be thoughtful about that, even to the point of having a chandelier up above the tub to add a little extra light if you wanted to actually soak in your tub and read a book. And then another characteristic of our spa rooms is the shower area. So this is all integrated together. We have these built-ins for your soaps, your shampoos, that type of thing. Double shower heads. And a lot of times what we'll do is we'll have one of the showers, certainly we have our standard showers, but at least one of the showers then is also equipped with some stuff like a wand, something like that, if you wanted to use that for a special kind of wash or something like that. And then another thing that we integrate into our bathrooms, right up here is our Bluetooth speaker. So you could, you can hook up your phone, have your favorite playlist on, go ahead and relax in the tub, step out, take a shower, and then off to your master suite for to relax for the evening. So again, we're trying to create a space that when you're ready to retire for the day, or you just don't want to start the day too early, that you really have a space here that gives you that spa vacation type of feel, a place that you can call your own. Thanks again for coming on a tour of 907 State Avenue here in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Dave Tang with New Legacy Homes. If you'd like to see the house, or you want to find out more about some of the other homes that we have coming up, you can certainly contact Lisa Phillips with Keller Williams.